Ooh,
Oh,
Ooh,
there he is.
we're
Like the
in
sweet
there.
euphoric sound.
We're in there.
to make that my ringtone.
I honestly should. Well, intro aside, welcome everybody. This is Two Tap Anime, the three host variety podcast where we review simulcast anime, the current season. My name is Ashton, my
I'm
co-host.
And then
Oh,
there's
I'm Jazz. I didn't know you had already introduced yourself, but yes.
Good job, man. You'd think that by technically episode 4 we'd have something like this down, but
Oh no, God no, we suck.
oh
I
yeah,
wrote down
mean,
a really tiny introduction just in case we want to. Here, I'm gonna say it anyways. Welcome to Two Tap, where we give our initial impressions on new and hot anime.
hey, even better. I love it.
Quote unquote
Hot.
hot.
It's like what is it? Will Smith? That's hot.
That's hot.
That's
Mm.
hot. All right.
I
So
didn't like. I know we're doing simulcast, but I wanted to kind of make it appeal a little more because most people are gonna be like simulcast.
right,
Fuck
yeah,
outta
because
here,
I
man,
think
I
we're already about to catch up on this season simulcast, which is going to be really interesting.
Mhm.
Because in that we can finally get to a retro episode sometime soon, which would be nice. But regardless, right now, episode 30, we're here to talk about the two anime, My Teen Romantic Comedy SNAFU and Rent a Girlfriend. So let me tell you,
Yeah,
I
look
had
at
a
these
g-
things.
I had a good time. I had a good time watching these anime. I don't want
Let's
to
hear
like
your
immediately.
opinions.
Look,
Of
look,
course, all right.
look, real quick. I just need to say this, right? I just need to watch these shows, bro. I just need to. I'm trying to
He
get this
wants to
shit
finish.
over. As soon as I hit stop on these things,
You're
I'm out of there. I'm out of here, bros.
He's gonna
I'm
neat, full
I'm
neat.
drawing the curtains, and I'm drawing the curtains. It's gonna be dark in here, and we're just gonna be watching these shows.
I love it.
Yeah, man.
So
We're
first,
gonna
let's
fucking
let's go
degens this
ahead.
shit.
I want to save Rent a Girlfriend for segment 2. So we'll start off with teen romantic comedy snafu.
Awesome.
So let me go ahead and first off and read that bio just in case you guys weren't here for last week's episode. Let's see
Or in
here.
case you forgot, or in case you want
Yes,
a
you just a
refresher.
quick refresher.
A quick-
Let's see. Well, so what's exactly going to happen to Hachiman, an isolated high school student with no friends, no interest in making any, and a belief that everyone else's supposedly great high school experience are either delusions or outright lies, is coerced by a well-meaning faculty member into joining the one-member service club run by Yukino, who's smart, attractive, and genuinely considers everyone in her school to be her complete inferior. So
Hell yeah.
this Kenny was the one to also inform us that this is technically the simulcast is the 3rd season.
Yeah.
So we're catching up from like 2013. Is like when it originally aired. So
Would not have guessed that. No.
I am so angry at 2013 Ashton for not watching this. Because
you were what, like a fucking sophomore in high school?
I was a sophomore in high school.
I don't think I was even watching anime at that point anymore. I think right after high school, like I know there was like a year or two that we had like watched it together as a crew or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I think at that point I was already like on the down.
I don't know. I think you might have still. I think you might have still have been watching. That was when I was watching Durarara and Bleach and Full Metal and all that stuff in the garage with you guys. I think right. Was that freshman year?
Before that.
Really? Was
that.
it?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. No. Now I'm starting to.
Like 2011, 2012.
Okay,
Yeah.
2011, 2012. So that was a year after I moved here. So that was 20.
No. 2011.
20. So I was in the 8th grade. I was in the 8th grade.
Yeah. I graduated high school 2011. So
Wow,
I know like a year or so after that, I was still watching it with you guys, but like at that point, I was just like, I wasn't like
pursuing it anymore. Yeah, anime had just kind of like left your forefront of your mind.
Yeah.
All right. So Jazz, you know what? I copied you. I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and see how I feel about doing the whole like doing notes as I watch it. And I watched Rent a Girlfriend with the notes and like kind of did the whole do the notes as I'm watching the episode. But I felt like I guess that's something that works for me. I immediately was just like, you know what? Now for the second one, I'm just gonna watch it and then I'll write my notes. I tried. It was cool. I wanted to see how well it worked.
I have to do it because, like, if I don't write it down, I'll forget my point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's very true. We have already discussed your god awful memory and your short attention span. I honestly feel like you forget like the same day, like what you eaten that same afternoon. So I'm really glad that you do write it down. That way we actually have content for you on this stream. Thank you so much for doing that, by the way. So, Jazz, do you want to go? You want to start off with Team Romantic Comedy SNAFU? Your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm down. We are hopping right into it. Well, I say that, but we're like 10 minutes into the episode already.
Yeah. we like the casual way in.
So the very first thing that I noticed and immediately liked is the title. Like, I don't know if it's like the title of the show or if it's the title of the first episode, but they overlap. So it goes, Youth Romantic Comedy is wrong as I expected. And when I saw that, I was like, that's kind of cool. You know what I mean? A
little self-aware.
It's like, people have this idea of a rom-com.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I think unintentionally, everyone kind of like sees that, or at least hopes that for themselves. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know how to describe it. I'm still half asleep. Sorry, guys.
No, you're fine.
But it's time to record.
I'm gonna try to like help you. So like there's that idea, like that Hollywood idea of like a high school sweetheart, like you go to pro, like all these like beautiful like things that are supposed to happen.
Yeah, like things you just expect. So like kind of how
you meet a girl,
like prom and homecoming is for girls. They have this idea for it. And that's just kind of, what the same thing. It falls in line with that, the whole rom-com thing. And when it says it's wrong as I expected, it's just kind of like, here it is, guys.
Here's the reality. Here's the truth bomb. Yeah. Like, it sucks.
Nobody's gonna say it, but here it is.
Yeah, we'll be the first ones to say it. Yeah.
Anyways, that was my initial impression, right? The very first thing I saw, I was already like, all right, pause the video, writing this down. And so
because I hadn't even started yet, and he was funny things to write about.
Mm-hmm. And so, going down the list in chronological order, I wrote down, dude has no friends and rejects popular opinion, which is kind of cool, right? It's not cool that you don't have no friends, but I like the whole idea of he rejects popular opinion because it's just, with the whole rom-com thing in the title, right? It's something different. And
yeah.
I can connect to him in that sense because, me, I'm the first one to attack something that's been overhyped.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
Oh, dude, the intro is so good.
Yeah. Agreed.
Like,
I thought it was good. I wouldn't say anything past that. I didn't think it was like phenomenal or anything like that, but I thought it was good.
I'm not adding it to the playlist, but
it delivered. It delivered.
I don't skip it. I don't skip it. Let's put it that way.
That's huge in anime standards. That's huge.
I'm on a whole other level, right? I went into this band like
he actually added it to the playlist. He actually added it to the playlist.
We're about to get
into 3-piece. Okay, I'm not gonna talk about the band too long, but it's a 3-piece and they're really good.
Okay,
that's
cool.
all that matters.
That's all that matters.
We're about to hear this intro in the playlist next week. That's what's
gonna
happen.
That's all we need to know.
That's it. There it is.
I love so she's not a teacher, right? You said she's a faculty member, something like
that. She's a literature
teacher.
teacher. Jesus Christ, why was that so hard for me to say?
She is a teacher.
So I wrote down the teacher is roasting him. Just the whole like interaction between the two of them. I was like, dang, dude. Like, it's obvious that he has no friends just in the way that he communicates. He just kind of like shoots everyone down, and I think he does it on purpose, but it's been done so long that it kind of became him. He just shoots people's ideas down, and she's like hitting him with everything. I forgot the lines exactly. I should write those down, like the lines that they say exactly, but the way that she was doing it was hilarious, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, she was just serving my homie.
As the show progresses, she's not the only one either. Yukino also does it. I'm just like, the interaction between those two is incredible.
I have things to say about that. I'm gonna wait for my segment, but yeah, I completely agree with you.
There was another joke about a rom-com trap.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Yeah, it's like this is he legit has the like the third person perspective, like the spotlights come up in a regular rom-com. This would be the moment where he stumbles upon himself and falls for this girl and falls into the trap of small talk. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna be mean. I'm not falling for that shit.
Yeah.
And then he immediately he growled at her. Do you guys remember that part?
Yeah. Oh, he straight up just was weird.
He's a fucking weirdo for sure.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
I had to write that down. When the dude's in the room, he's in a room with a girl and he growls at her. It wasn't even a good growl.
Mind you, it's awkward silence because he's thinking about this for 10 seconds. They're both just standing there, and then he just to fill the silence, just growls at her because he doesn't know what to do.
Most cringy moments, they're kind of hard to watch, right? Especially for me. Mm-hmm. When I'm watching something, I kind of put myself in those situations to an extent.
Okay.
So when I see something that's just nah, dude, it's hard to watch. But in that moment, I was just laughing the whole time because it was so hilarious.
It's weird. Yeah, those weird anime conventional the cringy moments, because it happens in anime. Those little anime tropes and weird you know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? People wouldn't do that, right? And it just feels awkward and weird. But in Jazz's circumstance, for some reason that landed. It just the joke hit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So real quick, just to bounce this, there is a very thin line between cringy and actually funny. You gotta be able to execute a joke, right?
It's right on that line.
And this show executes jokes really, really well. It's too easy to them. Yeah, go on, Dad.
It's a science, dude. It's a formula. They just put in numbers and bam, it's there.
Yeah, man.
They hit enter on the calculator.
Yeah, no syntax error. Thank you, Daz. You see that? That's called
dude, you broke him. You broke this man.
That's called humor.
He made a calculator joke and Jazz still can't breathe.
Humor.
I like numbers. I like numbers. That was a good one, Giddy.
Fucking keep going, dude.
The part where I know I already brought this up, but the interaction between Yukino and
Hachiman.
Yeah, Hachiman. What's his first name?
That's his first name.
That is his first name. Yeah.
His last
I remember calling him something else, but anyways,
they called him oh my goodness.
Hiki.
Oh yeah,
the other girl calls him Hiki.
The pink-haired girl.
Yeah. Cool. She calls him Hiki.
So the interaction between those two, I was cracking up, and I wrote down the next line. It says, "Who is this girl?" And I'm assuming it's the part where she starts, sitting on her high horse and saying that everyone's inferior to her. And I was just dang, most of these people have issues.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It was they had even mentioned it in episode 2. The teacher was just like, man, you guys are complete polar opposites, and I knew that she'd be good for you and you'd be really good for her. And just the fact that I kind of put you in a little petri dish in the corner in this club is just gonna make you guys learn something from each other.
She's gonna come back a week later and be like, "Whoa!"
oh God!
That petri dish, the bacteria in there.
The bacteria is everywhere. There's a new girl in the corner with orange hair, and you're like, "What's going on here?" It's just, it's a good time. It's definitely a good time.
But yeah, to bring up that petri dish again, my next point is the shonen manga, because the teacher was just like, "We're gonna have a showdown."
Yeah.
And I think she said something along the lines of in reference to shonen manga tradition, we are going to
we're gonna fight it out. We're gonna duke it out.
She literally said shonen manga, and I was like, whoa, let me write that down. About to die. Oh,
okay, go on.
All right, yeah.
Yes.
Next
the class.
Yeah.
So the part where it was immediately in that same conversation, she was like, "No, I'm not doing the showdown because what do I get out of it, right? What do I win?"
Yeah,
because she was like, the other person would do
whatever you want
to do, and she was like, "Nah, he's looking at me weird. He's feeling kind of creepy about this guy." And the dude, the way he replied was I think he said something like, "Sophomores don't only think about sexual stuff. We also think about other things like world peace. And I started
he was searching so hard to find like something else to think about.
There's also a little part where he like looks away and his eyes are just like darting back and forth like between whatever he's trying to look at and not her. And I'm just like losing my mind. It's like these guys know exactly.
He's trying to play that elitist. Like, yeah, no, we don't think about things like that. Come on, we're sophomores, and we think about other things than girls. We think about, mind you, like he's saying, his eyes keep darting back to this girl. World peace. Like,
world peace. Dude said world peace, and I was just cracking up. Like, what an answer. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, dudes. I was losing it throughout the entirety of the episode.
Yeah, I mean that's good though. That's good because like it kept your attention, right? And the jokes landed. The interactions were hilarious and just so out of left field. Like that's what I love so much about it.
I have more to say, but they're more along the lines of like the show as a whole, not per particular point.
Yeah. I'd much prefer those because you kind of like instead of specific instances because like some people aren't going to be watching these episodes, right?
Oh yeah, I gotcha. But yeah, it's just the whole dynamic, right? When the third girl comes in, dude, they all mesh so well, and so like that interaction's a little bit different from the others. Well, a lot of it different, right? All three of them are just kind of opposites in different directions. Yeah, I know that doesn't make any sense because you can't be 180 degrees, but that's kind of how they are.
It's interesting. It's really weird, but yes.
And so, I just love how everything meshes together, and that trio synergy. That's probably the best trio synergy in any anime. I know that's a really high bar, but
that's a high bar. I mean, that is a really high bar to set off just based off of like 2 episodes. But I mean, it's your opinion, man. Like, just say with it what you will. It's yours.
Yeah, that's a high bar, buddy. But no, I agree. It's a high caliber. They do mesh well together. I do like the three of them. All right, Ashton, what you got?
All right, so it's semi a script because like I wrote all of this after watching both episodes. I don't want to go like nitpick and specifically go into like certain jokes because I mean we've already kind of talked about them, and not to mention I don't want to ruin them because I really want you guys to go like watch this show. Just be. I mean.
Dude, just the description is not
just the description. It's not doing it justice. You really do.
Hilarious.
So yeah, I wrote in like I can't keep this way of notes just like Jazz. The animation is very 2013, but very forgivable. I do like the little moral lessons that the anime tries to give. I know in high school I probably would have related to this a lot more. The MC is a huge stab at all weeb loner kids who think that they're cool, and being alone is like, something edgy and cool to be, right? However, you're just hella awkward, right? I think I like that though. They know the audience and they're somewhat trying to help them in a way, right? Because I wouldn't say. I mean, I do say that.
Help is a stretch.
Help is a stretch though. Like Hachiman is weird, but I'm glad that he's growing. Like even in the 2 episodes that we got to know him, he did his own kind of growing. Albeit it was he took major steps in growing already, just to begin with. Like for instance, like when he stood up for that girl, that's something that he would never do. Like when he stood up for the orange hair girl,
he said in his like little soliloquy, is like, there's no point in me helping her. Why would I ever do this? And he just stands up and was like, he
right. So like exactly. So it's like even in the 2 episodes, I've seen more character growth from this one character than most typical like run of the mill anime, and I like that because I have a feeling that like I mean it's got 3 seasons, so I feel like that he can only go up, right? And let's see here, what else? Hachiman is weird, but I'm glad that he's growing. Yukino is blunt as hell, but that makes for some really good points. I can somewhat relate to Yui with trying to please others, and she definitely adds some variety to the crew. Yeah, because like they're both Hachiman and Yukino are very like I would say formal. I wouldn't say formal, but they're very serious. Like their tone is very serious, right? And then when you add that like third wild card in there, it forces them to just like kind of meet that energy in a way. and it's super cool, and I like it just because you get to see even like a weirder side of these characters that they probably wouldn't have even thought about. But yeah, I do, like I said, I do think that it's a stab at the audience, right? Because they, especially like I can relate to the Western weeb audience, like this is below me. I think I'm so cool, like I'm alone or whatever, like my anime, stuff like that, right? Like they know that audience, and it's directly calling them out. It's directly calling, like, you think you're so, because this main character thinks he's so fucking cool, like he really does. He thinks that he's like that edgy smart kid in the corner of the class, and then anytime everyone's like, wait, oh, you're that weird dude who laughs in the classroom when he's reading books. Yeah, you're creepy. You need to kind of stop doing that. Yeah, you really need to stop. He's like, wait, what? People think that's weird? It's things like that, right?
Yeah.
It's like I said, it's a direct stab at these kids who are, in that weird like part of adolescence, and I think it's really funny. I definitely like that. I just like that he's constantly just like stabbing at them, at that demographic, but also giving them a good like lesson of, I don't know, like you can be smart and you can think outside of the box, but you don't need to be like an asshat about it. So I think that's mainly what I wanted to say. I'm definitely going to continue this. It's got 3 seasons. It's wrapping up. I have good expectations for it. Kenny, anything else you want to add?
Look, man, the show's fucking dope. All right. I actually watched it before. Right?
Best review. This show's
I watched it, on my own time before this was even an idea that came across.
It's still qualified.
Yeah, but it's still qualified, so we threw it on there, and everyone was excited for it. So fuck you guys, even if it didn't qualify, suck it.
I'm really interested.
But I'll say this: it does explore the clubs, the 3 of them. It does explore their dynamics some more. I don't remember because I watched it like last week or whatever, but I don't remember what the first 2 episodes who all is introduced in those. But I think future people should definitely, if the first 2 episodes were enough for you guys, I would say just watch it through to the end of the first season at least, and kind of go from there if you want to continue it.
Gotcha.
Because it is good. It introduces more people and introduces like wrinkles in their dynamic. It introduces like a ton of shit, right? I do. Jazz pointed out the titles of the episodes. Each title does kind of tie in together in some format. Like it'll be like fucking Hikigaya does some shit, and Yukino in the next episode, and Yukino does this shit, and then the third episode will be like, and Yui also has decided to do something, right? So it's like it's cool in the sense that like and they're like long fucking, they're like pop punk type of titles, man. Yeah, like they go on for a little bit, but it's I think they're good. I think I'm watching it currently. I'm like up to date with it, so I'm waiting for fucking Wednesday or Thursday, whatever day it comes out, for it
when
to
its
watch
simulcast episode comes out.
Yeah.
Something that I liked.
It's that good. I'm watching.
They kind of left like there was like a weird like cliffhanger with the second episode. Like they did like a semi flashback. So him and the novel writer that came into the
that guy.
Right.
That
so
guy.
they're crossing the street, and like as he's crossing the street, he kind of has like this weird pseudo like Vietnam flashback, and it's like someone being hit by a car like on a bike or something like that, and like it's like, wait, what? And like he just kind of like immediately kind of snaps back into it and goes forward. I'm like, oh, what was that about? Like I'm definitely curious to see things like that. That cliffhanger, was also like a huge contribution for me wanting to like oh, like I know it's gonna get like semi dark or serious at some point, and not only that, but it's called like rom-com, right? So I know that there's gonna be romance involved. We haven't even like scratched that surface, and I'm kind of interested to see where that goes.
I think it's rom-com-ish, right? But
Yeah.
I don't think
that doesn't necessarily guarantee a romance, but
that's what I'm saying is like I don't think romance will progress in this show. I think it's just really comedic, right? They're just gonna kind of use what they have and work with it. I don't think they're gonna move forward with the romantic side.
Okay,
that's just my prediction.
I could see that. I definitely it's more than likely going to be that way. However, I'm also a fan of slice of life romance, so I definitely am a fan of that, and I hope that it kind of happens. But I mean, I think we've all have already said it, but we definitely for the sake of the show, are we going to continue it? I know for a fact I am.
Wait, I want to hear it, Kenny. Kenny, are you going to continue it?
Kenny, are you going to continue?
Wait, hold on. When is this? When does this next episode come out? Because come on.
Yeah. So that's a crack addict, yes. And then Jazz,
no, definitely.
Dude, I enjoyed this way so far. This is probably my favorite that we've watched so far. So
that's saying a lot, and I enjoy that. I do. Also,
I mean, he did say that the three of them are probably the best trio in any anime.
That's saying a lot. But I do want to say, I'm gonna start a new segment whenever I start my reviews. Who is best girl? Best girl is teacher. Why? For obvious reasons. All right, and let's go ahead and move on to the. I
can't answer that because you haven't met anyone else.
Here's the thing. No, just based off of what I know. But best teacher, best girl. Teacher,
best teacher in any anime. I don't give a fuck.
Best teacher.
My dude said, "Why? For obvious reasons."
Obvious reasons, dude. Look, Ash. If you continue it, like the teacher's not just some side bit character. She's a pretty prominent, like role. Other than the three of the club, right?
Yeah,
she's a pretty prominent character, right?
Okay, like I figured she would be because she still has like a huge hand in the she regularly and routinely checks in on them and like sees how they're doing and like applies input.
Yeah, so if I were to make like a hierarchy of like the characters, right? The main characters, those are the three there. The tier right underneath that, I would put the teacher there and like a few others that you'll see.
Okay. So
we haven't met very many characters, so if I had to go based off of the only three females that I know.
Only the only who's best girl?
So far I like Yui, is that her name?
Wrong.
Yeah.
He's wrong. He's wrong. I want everyone to know he's wrong. He's wrong. This boy right here, this gentleman right here in the corner, he's wrong.
Not wrong.
Teacher's like best girl. Teacher's best girl for obvious reasons.
A people pleaser, right? All three of them have their own issues, and I think her thing is she's too much of she seeks out other people's
validation. Too much of a follower. Yeah. That's what it is.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. That's her issue. But at the same time, with the three that I have to work with, I honestly do like her a lot.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next simulcast, segment 2. The second one that we had watched was Rent a Girlfriend.
It sure was, buddy.
Let me go ahead and read that.
Look at this Sailor Mercury looking girl over here.
Let me go ahead and read that beautiful description again. So Kazuya is a 20-year-old failure of a college student. He managed to kiss his girlfriend once, but was dumped after only a month. Completely spiteful, Kazuya uses a certain method to date a girl. He goes to their meeting place and suddenly hears, "You're Kazuya." A beautiful girl a beautiful girl with long hair behind her was smiling at him. Her name is Mitsuhara. Something real is born after just a single rental. A reckless rom-com filled with love and excellence is about to begin. So it really kind of is something just like that.
I just fucking love rom-coms, dude.
This one actually is a rom-com.
100%.
Like, I don't care if it's fucking anime, a fucking Hollywood movie, some goddamn Netflix featurette, dude. I'm in there. Get me the fuck all the way in there. This is a rom-com juice. I am just...
He's sipping.
Okay, so we got the same water, dude.
Hey... You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy?
No, you guys want to see some fucking real DJ? No. Here's some real DJ shit right there.
Oh my god! No.
Room, Kenny.
So
my room is clean.
For the audio listeners, Kenny just showed the camera to like the 18 bottles of water that were sitting on his computer desk.
I have a big desk, so I have a lot of room for bottles of water.
I'm gonna need you to input the gif of like the water bottle being added. So the other water bottles on my desk, the whoopers like the why.
I just cracked open another water bottle
just to put it with my other half drink water bottle.
Oh, there's some more over here too. So
lovely.
Add these over here too.
He's pulling more.
At least he's hydrated. But regardless,
my bathroom's on the other side of this wall.
I want to start off on this one. Sorry, Jazz. We usually start with you, but dude, I want to go into this one because this one is by far my favorite one that we've watched so far out of all of them. I did like romantic comedy SNAFU. Like I'm going to continue that, but this one to me, I just from like episode 1, just I'm in this. I'm gonna watch
this. This show hits hard, dude.
This is something that I need from animes. Is
it did not pull
they need more college protagonists. Like because oh my god, I get it. Dude. I get the fact that like the majority of the demographic is like high school, but also the other half is college. I just want to throw that out there.
Like we do.
Holy hell.
Like we'll get into it when we're like in middle school and high school, but like we're still progressing.
We don't relate to these high school MCs anymore.
Look at fucking Naruto, dude. I was a child when I learned of it, right? A fucking child. I finished it when I was done with high school. Like,
yep.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, no, like make some college MCs.
One show.
Yeah, so the whole premise of the show really is this guy who gets broken up as he's in high school, he's at university from his girlfriend who's only had for a month. He gets super lonely and he opens up the web store and he gets that Tinder app, but it's not even really a Tinder app. It's that Rent a Girlfriend, right? You pay $50 an hour and you go on a date because homie was just feeling lonely. Like he was like, I don't even know if I want a real relationship. I just want someone to spend my time with. And I'm just like, that's hella relatable, but at the same time, like I would never do something like that. Regardless, it still
wouldn't pay like that for it.
Hell
no. Pay for the date, but not for a fucking rental. What the fuck?
So he rents this girl. Let's see here. I always forget her name. By the way, she is best. She is best girl.
I told you.
She is best girl. She is best girl. Now we're gonna keep.
Wait. I've only met her and the ex. I can't.
I don't care. I don't care what any of these other girls. I don't know what any of these other girls are. She's best girl.
You got to go based off of what we know.
Okay. All right.
We're only really introduced to like.
Fuck you
guys.
Oh
wow. All right.
Ash,
so
real quick.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Before you get into the review, I just want to say like this opening, like not the intro, like the song, but like the way that the show opens. It's the best opening I've ever seen. Like out of any show, that was the best opening. Yeah, where he's like, I got this beautiful girlfriend, dude, and everything is perfect. My life is perfect. She turns around and says, "We're over."
It's like flash cut to him, like
you're 5 seconds into the show, and it's already just like
super relatable. Like this dude's like on his sad playlist in his room, like the to-go boxes and shit are just like piled up, and he's just like, I'm a failure. Like it's, oh my god, this is why I'm gonna keep saying it again. Make more college MCs.
Yeah, man.
Holy crap! God, it's relatable as hell. This dude's he's really funny and relatable. I mean, I got tired of him for a little bit. He got a little annoying, but I'm just gonna do a quick rundown of my notes because this is I did a jazz style. I'm just gonna like rapid fire these. My man's paid $50 an hour to hold a fucking hand. LMAO. Oh my god, he did it again. I already hate MC for being angry at Best Girl because he got dumped. Listen, I died for Chizuru. Yo, she's a professional. Honestly, if this anime were a one-off episode, I'd still love it. This ending song is a banger. So that's episode 1. Those are episode 1.
This was a one-off. It'd still be a banger. Not wrong though.
Episode 2.
Not false.
Right. So episode 2. Okay, side fun fact. They would have known they were neighbors beforehand. It's customary in Japan to introduce yourself to your neighbors when you move in. That is something that I learned recently. So when he like the episode 2 episode 1, he goes on the dates and he's like, all right, I'm done renting you as a girlfriend or whatever, right? But I mean, hijinks ensues. Of course, he's going to keep renting her. And he comes to find out she goes to the same university as him, and she's like, don't let anyone, like, no, this is between you and me, like, don't let anyone know that we're this, don't talk to me, don't look at me, just 2 ships passing the night kind of thing, right? And he gets back home and he takes the trash out, and they're both taking the trash out at the same time. She's like, wait, you live next door to me? She's like, are you stalking me, kind of thing?
And I want to interject here real quick.
Go right ahead, man. Go right ahead.
So when he did see her, when they were passing, he didn't like recognize her, quote unquote. So he may have like introduced himself, right? But like at that point, it's not like oh, we're best friends now. We're gonna hang out at each other's place. They're just like, hey, you know, I'm your neighbor, and she was probably like, hey, neighbor, nice to meet you, and that was it. Because remember, she's not in her usual get up, right? So he was just like, he also I don't like he's just like
if he was able to distinguish her in her everyday clothes at university, I feel like when he went on that date,
yeah,
he would have immediately realized that was
right.
his neighbor.
I think he's just dumb, or he probably just didn't remember. Like whatever.
I don't know, like, man. If you had Best Girl as your neighbor, I think you'd notice. But that was just
that wasn't Best Girl to him. Best Girl to him was his ex.
I know it's a sidetrack, but they are like away at college in sequence of time. They probably didn't show like all this, but they probably weren't in those rooms at the start of the show, and then they moved in as the school started.
Right. Even in the sense of like, if anyone moves in, what you do when you move into a place, as to my knowledge, all your adjacent neighbors you introduce yourself to. So your neighbor to your right and your left, and above and below.
Okay.
She's directly next door to him. So even if he moved there first, and she moved in second, she would have introduced herself to him, or vice versa. At some point, I feel like he would have made that connection. But that was just a side
America.
right. And not only that, but like it made for something funny though, because like
you're right.
She's like don't talk to me like at university, like you're not blowing my cover. And then of course it makes it funny, like he goes home and she's right next door to him. It's like, oh my, of course I live next to you, kind of thing. Homie needs to man up and say that they broke up. And when they were at the bar together, and so mind you, this is I'm gonna set up the scene real quick, right? So his friends invite him and his new girlfriend, right, to go drink with them at this bar. And they're like, yeah, some of our friends are bringing their friends, and like we're gonna go drinking. Do you want to come? And like he has his ego tied up, and he's like, yeah, let's go, right? And of course, as soon as he opens the door, everyone's in there. His ex is sitting in the corner of the room at this party, and he's like, crap. And of course, like they're forcing everyone to like kind of talk together. And at one point, like his rent-a-girlfriend and his ex-girlfriend are talking, and he's just sitting there like, I want to go home yesterday.
Yeah, he said that.
The moment he said that, I was just like, that is an entire mood.
I
said, I hate how much I enjoy the show. Being a college kid needs to be more in anime. I said, this stupid situation make for great comedy. This dude has some jazz type luck with how he keeps getting into shit. And
terrible luck, by the way.
Oh my god. I like and relate to the MC, but I feel like he's just a little too much of a pushover. I hope he improves at some point. I feel like he will, but regardless, Best Girl and the situations that
what is going on?
that Papega face. He took a screenshot of the MC's Papega face when he introduced his MC.
Fucking roasting him, man.
Oh my god, yeah. He didn't want to introduce his rent-a-girlfriend to his family. Like when they're in the middle of their second date, something happened with his grandma, and he had to like go. And she's like, "Well, you're still paying for me," so she just kind of like showed along. And then they're like, yeah, who's this girl? It's definitely not your girlfriend. And they just start like roasting my mans. And
fucking cooked.
Jesus Christ. It was just moments like that, those comedy moments.
But like whose parents, like whose loving parents don't roast them?
Oh yeah. I feel like that's
like a good parent. A good parent will roast you just because it's funny, and then you'll roast your dad. You're like, you ugly dude. Who cares?
So yeah, I can't wait to watch the rest of this, man. And I hope that, I don't know, I'm gonna go in. If this has a manga, I'm going all in, dude. I'm reading all of it. I'm catching up. I am
right
I'm doing
now.
I'm doing everything.
He's
I don't care. I do not care. This is so.
He's about to wrap his car in that stuff.
Yeah, man. I'm about to get the weed decals. I'm about to set my squad net with this.
Yo, bro, I'm gonna do what his ex did to you and block you just everywhere.
Jesus Christ. Like, that show had so many funny, like, relatable moments in it.
So fucking funny, dude. Like, my man was like on Twitter looking her up, and he's like, blocked.
And he's just like, no.
Dude,
so
it was
I've never related so hard to an anime in a while. because like I said, well, I'm not in high school anymore. When all these MCs are in high school or some academy or whatever, I'm like, I can put myself back there, I guess. But this one right here is just, God, it was so funny, super relatable. Characters are great.
What a fucking degen. This motherfucker like was gonna jerk off to his ex. Like, goddamn. Highly relatable content.
Go ahead, Jazz. Go ahead, man.
I mean,
I'll let you say your piece.
So what Kenny just said, right? I can't relate, but I would imagine that kind of thing is normal.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Unfortunately.
I mean, you had something, and then all of a sudden it's gone. You know, the quickest solution is, you know,
like the great T-Pain said, before you send that risky text.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want to say something about it, Kenny, or we're gonna? I know I already said my piece with the best opening scene. Just the whole, like, how he talked up his girlfriend was like, "Yo, life is perfect." She turns around. This is 5 seconds in. She turns around and says, "We're done." And I lost it right there. Like, dude, that's it. We're 5 seconds in. I love this show. Like you said, if this was just a one episode thing, like it's still a hit. My immediate next note is she blocked him, like Kenny brought up earlier. Dude, these 2 points alone, like you guys really hit it. And after that, it was just kind of like a little side note. I said he's so sad, but it's funny, right? Like being in these situations, it's not a funny situation, right? It happens and it's terrible. You can just see his pain. But as an audience, you're watching this guy and you're just like, man, this is so funny.
It is funny. Also relatable. So funny.
Yeah, that third person omniscient like view that you have of like the scenario that's going on, and you knowing information that not all of them know just makes it even better.
I can tell I really got into the show just based on like some of these notes that I wrote down, because like the next point is, dang, I want to hold hands. So I'm assuming this is like when they were this is like when they're on a date.
In the date one.
Mitsuharu started holding his hand. I was just like feeling it. Like I know this is just a rant, right? But I guess kind of like going back into my own life is like, yeah, I've been single for a while.
You're just like, man, my man's literally paid $50 an hour to hold this girl's hand.
Was it worth though?
That's
because like I'm questioning it.
Luxurious hand.
I'm questioning it. I'm questioning it.
If you gotta pay for it, it's not worth it.
And he gave her a bad review. I wrote lol next to it because it's just funny, right? She's got all 5 stars up until that point. He was just like hating on it. I think what happened here is he was going through the reviews and all of them were like really good reviews. He was like, hold up, nah, I'm bashing her, bro.
He was like, because he thought that he had something special with her, right? And then he saw and that's her whole thing. That's her whole thing, is that like she makes you, she actually does research and she cares, but at the end of the day, she's like, I'm doing my job. Like I'm a rent a girlfriend. Yeah. And she ends the nightly routine of like before they say goodbye by holding their hand. And he caught a bunch of or not a bunch, but like he caught a good handful of reviews who said the same thing. Like, oh, before our date ended, she held my hand. Like, while we walked to the station, he's like, this is a part of her act. How dare she treat me like one of bad review? I'll show her. And Mans was upset and gave her a bad review.
My dude was butthurt.
Oh yeah, he was hella butthurt.
Can't be butthurt. You paid for this, bro.
And then
she gave you what you wanted, and you want to give her a 1-star review.
It's a rent, right? Like, what do you expect to get out of it? It's a one-time thing, and be done with it.
It's not permanent. It's not. It's fake.
And then so immediately after the bad review, he goes on another date with her.
Yo, he went with the second date to be like, I'm gonna give her a piece of my mind and tell her that like I'm not one of her little sheep that she can control. You know what I mean? And like try to call her out in the act.
I get the idea behind the second date. It's just funny, right? As an outsider looking in, it's like this dude, he's butthurt. He's trying to bash her, and what does he do? He goes on another date.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I like this show. I wrote that down. I like this show.
I have to remind myself to say that I like this show.
Oh yeah, so this is about the second date. He's trying to be mad at her. So like that whole, the whole time they were on the second date, he was trying to make it as uncomfortable I can't talk right now, uncomfortable for her as possible, bringing out like, hey, doesn't this feel kind of empty? This is what you do, you go on fake dates, and I don't know, he was just trying to make her feel bad about it, and she's really good. You can tell she's really good at what she does.
Oh yeah, she's super quick on her feet.
She's a fucking pro, dude.
That's why I had, like, she's a professional, because like the call out situation happened at the aquarium, and she immediately like gets him out of there, and is like, she just goes off on him, and he immediately goes back into like girlfriend mode when they go to the hospital, and like she's just on her toes, just immediately. Just she went from like get away from you creep kind of thing to like, yeah, this is my boyfriend. I'm at the hospital with him, and I wanted to check on his grandma because it's gonna be my grandma in the future. Yada yada. Like she just like goes back and forth between being a professional so easily and so quick. It's just amazing.
That fucking hospital scene's nuts.
Oh my god.
Crazy. Going down the oh dude, you guys are like covering all this as we're going through it. She said when they were having the argument, she said the whole user agreement thing, like, I hope you don't hit I agree on the user agreement. The reason why I wrote that down is because we have that joke from what is it, Victoria's?
Oh my god. Hey, listen, there's 2 buttons for me to unfriend you. One to unfriend you, and one to confirm that I really want to unfriend you.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, that's basically what she said. It was like, hey, don't hit that. I agree on the user agreement. And then oh dude, when they went to the hospital and they talked to the grandmother, right? Like obviously that's not a good thing, going to see your grandmother in the hospital. But my dude, she was like, the first thing she said was like, does this room have Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
The grandma is an absolute unit. The grandmother is like also a really cool character.
She gave no fucks about her. She was like, you guys are overreacting. Where's the Wi-Fi?
And then just going down the list, I'm trying to like not be held up on these because it's a lot of them. It says this show's killing it. His parents, oh my god, because they were just bashing him. Their grandmothers are friends. So this is the part where she was like, let me go get my friends. And then she said, my grandmother's in this hospital too. And so obviously there's going to be a situation.
An entanglement. This is where like this is where I think the show really shines, right? Because it somehow forces these 2 characters that are clearly supposed to. Oh, by the way, I love Kenny's just losing on that entanglement joke.
Yeah, it's funny.
But I like that, right? So the whole scenario is that like now they are forced into this rent-a-girlfriend like relationship, because now it's not just him lying on his front. Now she's lying on her front too, because she doesn't want her family to know that she's in this rent-a-girlfriend situation. And now it's like whether this guy wants to rent this girl or not, the lies just keep stacking up, right? Like his mom and his grandmother and family meet her, then her grandmother and family meet him, then it's like his friends meet her, she bumps into him at school, now she's got to make sure that he doesn't tell anybody. It just constantly forces these 2 people who want really nothing to do with each other just completely further just in and interlocking into it.
Don't lie, just don't
lie, right?
Just don't do it.
It's just that typical trap.
So you bring out a lot of good points, Ash. And if this was a show that I didn't like, I definitely would have had that down in my notes, right? Because that's a huge point to bash on. Like, what are the chances of these things just falling into place like this? You're just forced into these scenarios, kind of like what was that really dumb show that we did last week? Peter Grill. They were just forced into really dumb scenarios. See, if I didn't like this show, I would be bringing out those same points too.
Yeah, this is like what you should do. It's weird. I'm glad that you brought that up, right? Because we talked about Peter Grill, and it was just like these dumb situations. They're like, why is this happening, right?
You can be a DJ anime and good.
Yes, because this anime literally is doing a lot of the same scenarios that like Peter Grill did, but like so much and significantly better. Is that they even like were able to like just throw in like a bit of fan service for you, like the DJs out there too. Like it's done so well. Peter Grill, take notes, bro. Like just DJ and manga artists take notes. Oh my god, it's the hospital. Like just
it's one thing after another, and it's like, holy shit, dude, let me breathe.
Yeah, you're just like after you're watching that second and first episode, you're just like, you feel like you've done a workout. Like you feel like you're in the kitchen doing Taibo with your mom or something on the VHS because like, damn, this show just keeps going. This show just keeps going. I need to break.
Wow, we're old.
My dude.
We are old.
I'm telling you, man. Like it's just
the youngest person here references VHS and Tybo. Like
that's gonna be the name of this episode.
VHS and Tybo. It's gonna be Anime and Friends with Tybo. We're featuring Tybo.
Rom-coms. VHS and Tybo.
Okay, continuing with the list. Most of these points you guys have already brought out. I'm usually first, so I don't have this problem, but I'm gonna keep going anyways. College with X and Rand. So what's up?
Yeah, go for it, dude.
Get it all we want to.
He goes to college with his ex and his rental girlfriend, which was a funny. So I believe that was the end of the first episode. Yeah.
End of
basically, yeah, where they like run into each other, and he's like, I don't really recognize her, but she recognizes him.
Yeah, and so it's just really weird that. Well, I mean, I guess it could happen.
No, because it's like a university city. You'd be so like, you know what I mean? I
don't know. I don't remember the setting of the city they're in, but let's assume like they're in Tokyo or some shit, right? Mm-hmm. And they live in the same apartment building, as we know in the second episode. We learned that, right?
Right.
So it's very plausible if they're both college students living in the same apartment building that they probably go to the same university.
Yeah. In a university standpoint, it makes sense because your college students are going to go to the college dorms or the college apartments that are close to campus and yada 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 yada.
Right, like that instant, it's not a stretch, right? But it's just funny that it happens, right? He goes to college with both his ex and his rental girlfriend, so more situations to be had,
baby.
Yeah, I like her Clark Kent disguise.
Yeah,
it's like I'm Superman.
Yeah, just twin tails and some glasses turns you into Clark Kent.
Yeah. Oh, I wrote the outro as a jam, dude. I don't remember it because I watched it a whole week ago, but the outro was apparently really good.
It's a bop. All like the intro and the outro for this anime.
I do like the intro a lot. I don't remember the outro.
For all you TikTok millennial fans, it's got the cute dances in the front. It's not the Chica dance. It's not like OG S tier, but like it's there. It's there. It's something that you can recreate. So I'm pretty sure some weeb's gonna latch onto it and it's gonna be a TikTok trend. And
yes, of course.
His friends were funny, right? Because every time he's just in a situation, they just happen to come up and make it even better.
Like we mentioned before, the bar. It's just like that whole scene. I just
unfortunate, man.
It's just the whole time you're in there, you're with that bar scene. You're just empathizing, right? You're just because you know what's going on with him. You know what's going on with her. You know what's going on with the friends are like, my bad, dude. Like we didn't know, and he's like, no, we'll make this work. It's like it's not working. It's not working. It's
Thanks,
like,
guys. Honestly, as soon as he opened the door and saw her, he should have dipped. That would have been the right move.
She'd be like, you know what? It's about time we leave. We just gotta. You know what? We actually were going to go see my grandma. I shouldn't be drinking with you guys.
I like this line that they use constantly, and I'm assuming they're gonna use it further into the show. But his friends are like, "Virgin's gonna virgin." That's their catchphrase, and I like that. Right? It kind of applies to him a lot, especially in the scenarios that they appear. It's just like, "Virgin's gonna virgin."
Yeah, so he's like trying to be like this, like desperately trying to get a girlfriend, lose his virginity, and doing all of the
typical stupid, college,
awkward, like kind of dumb shit that you would do as you're chasing tail. And it's like, no, come on, man, calm the fuck down.
Not that serious.
Be cool, man. Be cool.
Be cool, dude. Be cool. Don't rent a girlfriend. Be cool.
Oh,
be cool.
Yeah, don't rent a girlfriend. The moral of the story: don't rent a girlfriend. Don't do that.
My next note is actually funny. So I wrote the bumping outro is actually the intro.
Yeah,
the bumping outro is the intro.
That's what I was gonna say. Like I don't remember the outro too much, but the intro is great.
Any other major points that you want to gloss over, Jazz?
I'm just gonna run through these. Grandma's mobile game was hilarious. Don't you? Okay, well, I thought you guys were gonna say something about it, but anyways.
No, you said you were gonna run through these, so I was just expecting you to rapid fire, like go.
Lisa Hada decided to help out, and for grandmother's sake, this was at his apartment. His friends are good friends. I wrote that down. They come in at hilarious times. I know we covered it earlier with Virgin's Gonna Virgin. They come in at hilarious times and kind of save them in certain scenarios. but also creating their own scenarios. So I don't know if that's a good thing, but I wrote down that eat pancakes is one of the things that his friends said. So they were like, so you've been dating, right? This is where he introduces his girlfriends to them. And they were like, wait, you've been dating, like eating pancakes? And I wrote that down because I thought it was hilarious. Like, yeah, this is what you do on a date. You eat pancakes.
Yeah, man.
You go out, you drink, you eat pancakes, you hold hands.
The funny conflict between his ex and his rent. I like that as well. The bar scene, like you said, we keep coming back to it because it was just that good of a scene. And the last note that I wrote down is that I'm 100% continuing this show. Hands down. Like if there was anything that you guys could say to try to sway me out of it, it wouldn't work.
No. Look. This is what I got.
Can't even be short and sweet. Bam, do it.
Look, all right, hold on. Let me pull up my shit. Right. 1, he got dumped immediately. Fucking dude.
Real quick, guys. I'm going to take out the trash real quick.
All right. Pause.
There's a pause record on
OBS, yeah, but I'm lazy. I don't want to do it. Well, part of it is because like the way Discord is, I have it framed for the video, and the way OBS is like I don't like it would the cursor would show up and you would see me like pausing it, and it like I try to keep the cursor out of the video as much as possible if I can help it.
I gotcha.
Yeah. Nah, this is gonna be real short. I want to talk about him getting dumped because that shit's funny.
Oh yeah.
And him getting blocked. And like how much of a degen he is. He's a fucking degenerate. He's
oh my god. I've never related to a character so much in my entire life, dude.
Shit, dude, I was like, yo, what the fuck is this? Like, god damn, like I get it, right? That was probably like his first real girlfriend, like a girl that he actually like went out with, went out with, asked to be his girlfriend, did some more dates and shit. So he was like, oh yeah, this
he was invested. Like homie was invested in it.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, this shit right here, this shit kind of slaps. And then she's like, no, it's over. This shit don't slap like I think that I did.
Yeah.
Yo, wait, whoa, is that a bandit? What? Bandit?
Whoa. Is that yo, it's a bandit.
Whoa. Come on, get bandit in the video. Come on, man.
Yeah, you gotta do it.
Yeah, you gotta get bandit in this.
Hey,
get bandit. I know you hear us. Put bandit in the
dude. Yeah, put bandit get bandit and Norio in this frame, bro.
Yeah, get bandit in this frame, bro.
You saw him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we saw like the top of his
tail. Yeah. Hey, get him in here, boy.
Yeah. He's oh, now I can't close the door. He's chilling.
Hell yeah.
Look at the sun on my face.
Look at the sun on my face. There's no lights in here. That's the sun.
Oh, dude, the cloud just must have passed through something. All right, what's good, y'all?
All right, we are back. Another technical difficulty.
Right, it's going to be like in several different clips.
And
all right, Kenny, icing on the top, short and sweet. Boom.
Look, we didn't really talk about how much of a degen this motherfucker is, right? He's a goddamn degenerate. All right. After he got dumped and blocked, he's like imagining his ex with other people and getting turned on by it. Yeah, I was like, what is this?
I'm surprised I didn't make a note about that. You're right.
It was like that's not what I did when I got dumped. It's quite the opposite. Didn't think about her.
I think it's to drive the point of how sad this guy really is to get to the point where he would rent a girlfriend. I think that's because like it had to be. He had to get to that point. He had to get to that point.
Yeah, it had to show. You have to be a certain kind of degenerate to get
consider,
and then consider renting a girlfriend. Right?
Yep.
Yeah. But the other thing is when he had there's like a little flashback scene where it was like, we're not gonna give you any more money, you just gotta use whatever you have, right? And the motherfucker has like the like a checkbook of like how much money he has and shit. He's like, cha-ching, we're renting a girlfriend.
He's like, date number 2.
I was like, oh no, not like this. Oh man. But yeah, so like it's something Jazz said earlier. Like there's a lot of coincidences that happen, like little things that like, oh man, like in a other show it would probably suck. It would probably not be good. But in this show, it's just fucking hilarious.
It's the fact that we like this show. If, like I said, if it was a show that I didn't like, I definitely would be bashing on some of those points.
So the thing I wrote down was like, and it's just the case for fucking any romantic comedy. I give most romantic comedies a pass on stupid shit like this because I fucking love romantic comedies. Like
it's gotta drive the point somehow.
Really fuck up, man. It's A squared plus B squared equals C squared. You can't fuck that up. Like I don't know how you would fuck that up.
Pythagoras would be proud.
Thank you.
The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell.
That's not math. Get the fuck out of here.
I have retained something basic from middle school.
I'm the server admin. I'm gonna kick you. Kick him. He's out. He's out.
Right now, kicked.
Yeah.
Das Boot.
Yeah, get him out of here. But yeah, Craig, kick him out. Kick him out, Craig.
Kick me out, Craig.
I know you hear me.
Craig is our recording bot.
Yeah, so
we've really said a lot about this one.
It. Like all I know is I want to watch more of it because the Rent a Girl poster had 4 girls on the poster.
Oh, we've only seen 2.
No, we've only seen 1. Oh no, wait,
we've seen 2.
We've seen 2.
We've seen 2.
There's
we've only seen
more.
2. We have gone through so much in 2 episodes.
I can
only fathom because like it's that tale of like when you tell a lie, you have to keep making more extravagant lies to build up on the other one, and I can only just tell that this story is just gonna snowball. This is gonna snowball
in their faces. It's gonna like we think we've gone through some shit 2 episodes, and this is gonna like really blow up in their faces.
No, this is like the Tybo Volume 2 like intensity max. Like we're gonna be profusely sweating in the kitchen, like.
like I could already see what's gonna happen because I did this with teen comedy or teen romantic comedy SNAFU. It's like where some shit happens, I just pause it and I fucking walk away because I'm just like I can't right now. I'm experiencing things that I wasn't expecting to experience right now.
I need to process. All right.
I need to talk to my friends. I need to feel alive again.
Before we go into our final segment of drawing for next week, and we also
we have another segment, dude. I'm trying to watch these shows.
Right.
Ones.
Right. So continued shows. I'm the only person who's going to be continuing because from the only episodes that we had watched last week, Peter Grill and Monster Girl Doctor, I'm the only one that continued to show.
Hey, I've continued watching fucking Demon King. Fuck you, dude.
You have continued watching Demon King. Okay. Yeah, so
we'll get your updates on those then.
Okay. I'm going to be real quick because, dude, it's Monster Girl Doctor. There's nothing more that you could. So I went in purely optimistic, thinking that they might have done some really cool world building with the whole like, maybe I don't know, like anti-human or anti-monster, like type of thing that they introduced, right? Nah, they mentioned it. There's a group of bandits at one point. And they hate monsters, and they think that humans and monsters should be separated. But that's literally it. And it's the same Scooby-Doo. It's the same Scooby-Doo formula. And I'm not gonna say more than this, but the moment like the horse BDSM came out, I was done. I clicked out. I was like, you know what? This is a little too much for me, man. I'm done. I gotta dip. This is like
I don't know what that means, but according to Kenny's reaction, that's not a good one.
They had a horse tied and gagged, Jazz, and it was some part of her treatment somehow. I don't know how they justified it, bro. It was like I was like, you know what? Yeah. I haven't gone to church in several years. I think it's now's a good time.
Now's the time.
Jesus Christ! Like
I've gone too far.
Oh my God! It was Jesus Christ. That is degenerate as hell.
I've gone.
There was really nothing of substance to gain from that show, and I was so hopeful that they would have built something on it, but nope. And and now I'm at that point where I'm just like, I'm already halfway through it. Do I just finish it? I'm thinking about just finishing it. But
no,
who is this guy?
I'm just gonna skip that episode. I'm just gonna skip that episode.
No, me, I just if I fall out of favor, it doesn't matter if it's 3 episodes in, 3 seasons in. If I'm out of there, I'm out of there.
I think I'm now just in it for the meme. I got a ride or die it now just because like it's just it's laughable. But yeah, let's just go ahead, Kenny.
Demon King's still kind of cool, honestly. I'm not gonna lie.
It's slapping.
It's I don't know what it is about it. It's just hitting the right things
on
for
the
me.
first week.
we trashed the hell out of
no, I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of slapping. So they just finished the Magic Sword tournament.
Right,
it wasn't a big tournament or anything. It was like maybe like 8 people or some shit, but still, it was a cute little tournament arc. Let's go.
The reason I didn't catch up on Misfit was because I was watching a horse get tied up, but you know.
Yeah, there were some stakes involved in it, and it was nice. It was, you know, it was a little heartfelt. You know, good moment with the parents. You can't go wrong with that. You can't go wrong.
Yeah, his parents were cool.
His parents are dope.
All right.
Good little heartfelt moment with the parents. Then there's I don't remember everything, but they do introduce a Hero Academy. So there's the Demon Academy, right?
Oh.
And then there's the Hero Academy. So they've introduced the Hero Academy, and
I like that.
And the Hero Academy also doesn't know that he's the Demon King. They believe it's that other dude that they keep mentioning. Okay. So like the overall.
Well, it's like they have the wrong idea of what.
Yeah, they have the wrong name. Basically, they believe.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like a dude, like that he was already reincarnated as someone else.
No. It's. I don't think we've introduced. I don't think they've introduced us to him yet. They're teasing somebody, but they haven't shown anything about them really.
So, but you're just glad that you're continuing it though.
I thought it. I like it. I don't like the older sister, the blonde pigtail sister. I don't like her.
I didn't like her. I
still don't like her. But
I didn't see myself growing to like her.
It's whatever. She doesn't negate anything or bring it down or anything. It's his team expands a little bit. It's not just the sisters.
I love how you say she doesn't bring down anything, but I'd say that our major concern was with her and her sister getting together. I think she does bring the show down, though. For me, I'm not going to argue with that.
For me, it's like at this point in the show, after everything's kind of revealed about her motivations to being a dick to her sister, it's like it's kind of stupid, but whatever. I'll leave. Okay. I'll just fucking cancel it out and move on.
Do some quick math and inequalities.
Yeah.
So we are going to go ahead and pick our next drawing of 6 shows from the simulcast list. I have already done some thinking. Mm-hmm. I didn't know we were going to do this on camera, but apparently we are going to be doing this on camera.
We do it live.
We're doing it live.
Send the link to Jazz so that he
send the link to Jazz. Gotcha. Jazz, I am putting it on Discord right now.
What is the link?
Right there. It's the link of all the simulcast.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Because we are going to be picking 2 anime each. Then after we have announced our 2, we will be doing our drawing, and then we'll end the episode.
All right.
So, I am definitely going to go ahead and put The God of High School on mine. Like, I'm already just going to go ahead and claim that. Just flat out. I've heard good things about it. I've seen a lot about it. Crunchyroll is advertising the ever-living hell out of it.
So it means nothing when I talk about it, but when other people bring it up, it's like, okay,
you had brought it up too. I was gonna watch it because you had brought it up, but I saved it for the podcast.
Ashten, send me the link that you have. You have it in the podcast.
It's on Discord.
Yeah, okay.
So the God of High School is going to be the pick for me. Only Jazz has seen something from it, so it's still eligible. And
it's because all right, there it is. The God of High School.
Let's see here. That's a good question as to which the second one would be.
Put it on mine. Got him.
I have seen Goblin Slayer. Have you guys seen Goblin Slayer?
No. If that's what you want to put in, you can.
I don't know if it's too dark for you guys,
dude. That doesn't matter.
If it is, I'm gonna bash it.
Like, the whole point is we're recommending 3 different anime or 2 different anime from 3 different people. Like, our tastes are not gonna align, or maybe they will, obviously. But the whole point is like there's certain tastes of ours that don't align, and that's what we'll discuss when we discuss it.
There's also let's see here.
I don't know any of these. I'm not gonna lie to you
guys. Oh, it's not really a simulcast. It's actually they're just advertising the movie. I think, is that a movie? It might be.
What movie? You're I don't know.
Which one are you talking about?
Let me see if it's like a movie or if it's a. It is a movie. It is a movie.
Does One Piece count?
On Goblin Slayer.
Kitty.
I swear to God.
Technically, it is eligible.
Yeah.
He is not wrong.
It's not eligible though, because we've all at least watched some of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha. We've all at least watched.
Yeah, like I know I've watched at least a little bit of it way back in the day.
So to completely just alienate an entire group of audience members, we have experienced. I have experienced One Piece, and I'm not too interested in it. That doesn't mean it's not good or anything like that. It's just that I'm completely intimidated by that 1,152 episodes.
I just back even when I liked One Piece, I was like, it's okay. It's not that great.
Haiku is also on the table for eligibility. Only I haven't seen it. I'm thinking of Major Second or Goblin Slayer.
I'll say this. I'll put Major Second on there because it's a baseball anime, and I love baseball.
All right, so Kenny's gonna put Major Second. I am going to go ahead and I'm
gonna do Fruits Basket.
Have you guys seen That Time I've Got Reincarnated? Have you guys seen That Time I Got Reincarnated?
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Is that here?
Is that on here?
It is on here. It's at the bottom. It's like the row right above Woodpecker's Detective Office.
I see. I mean, it doesn't matter if it. Just ask if we've seen it or not, and if we haven't and you want it, put it on there.
I've not seen it.
You know what? Yeah, I'll put That Time I Got Reincarnated as a slime.
Okay. And what was the second one?
The God of High School.
All right.
So those are the 2 that I have picked. So Jazz, have you made any ideas as a selection?
Yes, Haiku for sure.
All right.
Okay.
And Food Wars.
Yeah.
Food Wars is not eligible.
Yeah, it's not eligible. Then Fruits Basket.
Fruits Basket is
Fruits Basket is definitely not eligible. We are currently
I know. To be honest, for the second one, there's a couple of them that I want to do. So I'll leave that up to you guys' opinion. But I've always kind of wanted to do a scientific railgun. It's always been at the edge of my mind for years on end now.
All right. What's the other one that you're thinking of?
The other one is Fire Force, which is an incredible show.
All right.
By the way,
have you guys watched Fire Force? Ashton, have you watched Fire Force?
I am on episode 8, so technically no. No, technically, no, it's not eligible.
Yeah, technically it's not eligible. Yeah.
RIP.
Yeah.
So here's what I was gonna. Yeah, so it's gonna what is it? Haiku and Railgun?
Railgun.
Yeah. Okay. So I was gonna also throw in Railgun into my
shoutouts to the Hangzhou Spark.
Yeah, shout out to Hangzhou Spark.
We are huge Overwatch League fans, and
huge. So
yesterday I wore my Outlaw shirt to work.
So
I'm so proud of you. Kenny?
So obviously Major Second is the one I was gonna put. So we're gonna have some sports anime in here. Let's go. I love sports.
To be completely honest, I don't have too many sports anime under my belt.
Dude, I have a lot. I think I like.
That's something that I feel like I need to get into because I enjoy sports as well as baseball. I mean, in particular. So that might be interesting.
So
Sword Art Online is also
you guys down to watch some fucking Boruto?
Boruto.
I have
seen some Boruto, and I have made my decisions on Boruto.
This is what I'm gonna eventually do with Boruto. It's gonna finish eventually, and I'm just gonna do what I did with Naruto, right? When I rewatched
skip all the filler and
skip all the filler and just go for the good stuff.
Kenny, you could just double down on the
I hate filler.
the sports anime and Aru no Sora.
Nah, see, I like sports anime. I don't really like basketball sports anime because basketball, they get really weird with that shit, dude.
Okay.
Like it's like at least baseball or tennis or whatever. Like they'll like. I mean, yeah, sure, it's a little
volleyball.
bit. I haven't watched the volleyball one, so I can't say anything about Haikyuu, right? But there's a realism to it still. Whereas some basketball anime that I've seen, it's just like, what the fuck is going on? This shit does not make sense whatsoever. As an avid basketball fan, basketball anime just does not hit for me.
You know what
That's
it is?
Interesting.
So like for most sports animes, they probably get into contact with players who actually play that sport. Whereas for the basketball anime, they were just like, no, we don't need experience. Let's just go straight off of our imagination.
Yeah, we know the rules. We'll stick to the rules. Everything else, fair game.
There is Inspector, which is also another Crunchyroll original. That is.
I'm throwing one out here.
Yeah, throw one out there. All right, go for it, man.
Out here. This is kind of like a Hail Mary. This is gonna be like either we're all gonna fucking love it or we all gonna fucking hate it. All right. This is like the Woodpecker Detectives, right? I like the art. Okay. It looks cool. We're just gonna fucking go for it. I'm gonna choose My Next Life as a Villainess.
My Next Life as a Villainess. Okay. Wow. All right.
And here's the reason why I'm picking it. It's because the main character seems to be a girl, and we need more of that. We need more good girl main characters.
Female protagonists, yeah. I agree, honestly.
We need more great female protagonists.
Hopefully this delivers, and hopefully it isn't just complete garbage, but
all right.
I'm optimistic about it. All right, so let's see here.
Uh-oh. Why is that there? There we go.
Let's go ahead and I'm going to number these off randomly. So let's see here.
As in my shows won't get watched?
Yeah. So what I've just been doing is just... I mean, what's the best way you think I should randomize this?
Here's what we should do. We don't need to change the way we randomize it. Just a new rule. We can't... Both shows of one person can't be selected. So we'll just re-roll the second show if it's both.
If it's okay, gotcha. I see what you're saying. Okay,
until the very end, and like unlucky Jazz gets both shows at the end.
Okay, I gotcha. All right, sounds like a plan.
It might happen, and it really might happen again. But at least that minimizes the chance of like we'll actually be able to speak about different things, right? This might be Major Second and Haikyuu, so this is a sports anime episode or some shit.
Nice.
Or
could you imagine? That'd actually be really cool, to be honest.
All right.
So
we're not leaving it. We're leaving it up to fate to decide.
So let's go ahead and Google roll.
Are you gonna share your screen?
I
could probably put that in the Discord here.
Let's see here. Hold on.
1 second.
When does the next season start?
Let me go ahead and share that screen for you guys real quick.
Well, this is summer 2020, so I would assume.
It is being shared.
All right, hold on. Watch stream. Grid.
All right. So we are rolling for show number 1. And it is going to be...
Wait, what are the numbers?
Right. So, okay. Well, I won't count that, I guess.
Yeah, don't count that.
It was already on 3 anyway.
Don't count
that. 1, God of High School. 6, Reincarnated as a Slime. 2 is Haikyuu. 3 is Railgun. 4 is Major Second. And 5 is My Next Life as a Villainess.
All right, cool.
All right. Are you ready?
Why'd you do it in that order?
It was 1, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That was just the order that we picked them. Ashton picked his first two, then you picked yours, and then I picked mine.
Number generator with 1, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that was how it rolled out.
All right. Okay, gotcha.
All right.
So let's see here. 3, 2, 1. Show number 6 is that time I got reincarnated as a slime.
Wow, these are really about to be Ashton's, huh?
Even
though we're re-rolling the second one.
This means that it's not going to be the God of High School.
Yeah.
Already out. I got it on the table.
So
he finally makes a good choice and then it rules it out immediately.
And number 2, Haiku.
Ah, there we go. Look at that.
There you go. So we got Jazz and my pick.
Let's go. Haiku and
that time I got reincarnated as a slime.
All right. We got him. Let's go, baby.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and end that stream real quick. Shisha.
Yep.
So I'm looking pretty optimistic forward to these next episodes. I think this episode has kind of gone on long enough. Any final thoughts or words that we want to add on to this or anything like that?
Well, I can't say much because I've already seen it. But for the other one,
the time I got reincarnated,
optimistic. I heard good things about it, but that was like 2 years ago whenever it came out.
Mm-hmm. It's been out for a while. It's been doing pretty well, so I assume that we're in for a pretty good treat. I do see a lot of other podcasts and anime YouTubers like Trash Taste and stuff like that. Like all of them on there, they really like it and they buy it. They advertise it pretty often. I wouldn't say like frequently, but it's one of their recommendations at least.
I'm optimistic for it. The reason being is that it's a little bit different, right? You get reincarnated as a slime. I'm assuming this world is like an RPG world where you kind of like level up from 1 to 100, and this dude's probably like a level 100 slime. I want to see what he's capable of. You know what I mean?
I'm a little tired. I'm a little tired of isekais, but at the same time, like if they're done really well, it won't bother me.
Well, that's because you watch too much anime.
That's very true.
And I'll say like Shield Hero was done extremely well.
Oh yeah. I loved Shield Hero because I had a good time with that.
It's a dope premise, dude.
It really is. It takes the isekai. It's that same generic formula that you're used to, and it just kind of like gives it more oomph than most of these shows are willing to go. And I like that. Haiku, I'm definitely interested in that. I don't know. It's one of those shows, right? Especially when you have weeb friends on a college campus. And like the moment you mention anime, like there's those obvious ones that constantly get recommended, like Full Metal or yada yada. You know what I mean? Like those Naruto's, right? Haiku is like the one that's always consistently been on there, and I've just been meaning to watch it, and I just have it. I'm pretty sure we have many fans just like.
How could you?
How good? Like, people listening.
No, the reason why they haven't watched is because I recommended it. It's like, Jazz, nah.
For me, it's not that. For me, it's just like Haikyuu. Like, I get it. Right? It's a sports anime. It's got good hype around it. I just haven't gotten around to watching it. Like,
I don't know. Like, I don't know what it is.
My mental list, but it's like every single time I'm like, I'm fucking watching. Comedy SNAFU over here.
I'm seeing a Rena girlfriend is on my lap. I can't just ignore it. I'm already 2 episodes deep.
I'm sure it would have. I would have eventually watched it on my own, but I've been watching other shit that's more up my alley. That I've been interested in. Some things that I've watched that I didn't like. That I was like, well, I'm kind of into deep now. I have to see it through.
Peter Grill, Monster Girl Doctor.
No, not that. No. See, I watched.
Who's this Link guy?
Yeah, who's this Link guy at our party?
Who's this guy? Get him the fuck out of here.
Kick me out, Craig. Once again. I just keep coming back. All right. Well, thank you guys so much.
Let's fucking do this, man.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited. I'm watching anime that have finally, or have been on my list for a while, and I can get them out of the way and really kind of see if it's something that I'm interested in. And thank you so much for watching again, guys. This has been 2Tap Anime. I'm Ashton. These are my co-hosts, Kenny and Jazz. And yeah,
Jazz.
We had a good time. See you next week. Well, you know what we think.
Follow me on Twitter.
Hurricanes.
I need DMs.
Of course. Bye.
The recording has stopped, and then
Craig, out of here, Craig.
Craig, we need you to leave, buddy.
I'm gonna miss your sweet voice.
Here we go. Everybody say bye to Craig.
Bye, Craig.
Bye.